This is George with Truck Driver Nation. What we're going over is how to find the new MCs inside the FMCSA website. Things have moved around, things have changed. So, that being said, I'm putting this out there just because I know what it feels like not to have the leads that you need as an independent freight dispatcher or a recruiter that works on your behalf, not being able to find the leads and stuff. I'm going to go through this real quick to some part and how you need to view it. If you have a different method or a different way of doing this, please reach out to me. I'm truckdrivernation.com. You can easily go on to the homepage. There's a QR code actually on there that will obviously give you access to me, and I would deeply appreciate it because I don't like, and I don't, and I'm assuming maybe it's because Modus just came out. That's the new way that they're converging the FMCSA and the DOT together. So, from what I can tell, they're both still active, but you got to get registered with the Modus side, and that way that you can still have access, I'm assuming, to your accounts, whether you've already got a new registration on the new MC going or your account itself. Make sure you keep the status up to date. But so DOT and FMCSA are under this Modus deal. How that's going to play out, people say, well, it's all still the same thing. No, it's not. Each department, FMCSA handles compliance, DOT handles safety. But that being said, if you got a way that you can show me how to get the new MC registration so I can reach out because I do freight dispatching, and that way I can offer opportunity to them as well because I've got ways that obviously everybody's got their own ways, but the way we actually help them with these new MCs. So that being said, right here, I'm going to give step-by-step directions because it took me a minute. I was getting irritable, so I'm going to share it while it's fresh in my head. And if anything's wrong in here, this ain't all inclusive, okay? This is just what I know. I had my other method down, now it went to crap. So anyway, stick your website image thing in here. This is going to be the address right here. So up here at the top, so put that in there, and that will get you to this website. Once you get to here, all you're going to do is just go ahead and hit continue. I'm going to go back this down a little bit because I don't think I'm going to be able to see everything up in here. Once you get to this part, you're going to actually go to the FMCSA registration website. You'll see it's highlighted in blue right here. Okay, so highlight it. That's just so you can see it. Click on it. Once you click on it, hold up, crap, did I already screw up? I'm sorry. Ignore that. My bad. See, I played with it so much, fighting with it. Don't hit that website link. Come up here and go down to carrier search. There used to be in the one where you'd go through snapshot, it would actually had more choices to this, but now they've reduced it down to 3. So this is kind of a workaround. When you click on it, hit carrier search, hit go. Now, once you hit go, I'm going to show you something that I was trying to do. It says, well, obviously hit, I'm not a robot. And then hit search. But when I do that, I get the entries are empty. Please try again. So it's not going to let you move forward if you just try to do a broad search. So what I did is I came down and I picked out a state. Problem is, it's only going to be in relation to that state. So for your truck driver recruiters that recruit for your company, they're going to actually have to go down and apparently manually bing and bang on every damn state just to get what you're needing. So let's start with Alabama. I'm clicking on Alabama. That's now highlighted. I'm not a robot. Still check. Now I'm going to hit search. Once you hit search, now you're actually opening it up to the window where these are the MCs. Problem. Okay. These are not going to be segregated out the way the other ones used to be. I could pretty much will guarantee there were new MCs. Now, this is where it's going to become time consuming. And that sucks because time is your enemy in logistics. You got 8 or a 12-hour day and everything's done, right? So that being said, let's just start out with the first one. The first thing I want to show you is going to be over here to the left. See these numbers? These are going to be that US DOT number, the docket number kind of deal. This is the ones you're going to be looking at, the docket number right here. All right. So the numbers that we're wanting to look at is everything, my personal opinion, is above 1,600,000. That's going to be the new one. So we're just going to pick one out so we can get this party on the road. And I'm going to show you what you're looking for. So click on it. Now I brought this sheet up. Okay, this carries out of service, for example, out of service. So already I'm gonna go ahead and say that whatever they did, who knows, but they definitely got out of service. But that being said, they're probably in deep crap. But I'm gonna show you a couple things that you want to look at, and we'll go over them. The main things that you want to look at, one, let me get my stupid list. If they're active, okay, they're not obviously active. They're out of service. It literally tells you right there. Do they have their BOC3 right down here, bottom left corner? Yes, that's going to be a green light, right? So the way I do is green, red, and yellow. Next thing, their insurance. On their insurance, oh crap, I've been screwing around with this. It's drove me crazy. But I'll have to show you another one. To view blanket company and process an agent listing. See, I don't know what all this stuff means, so don't get pissed off at me. That oh my God, you put this on here. I'm trying to show you how I know it. No major safety history. So their safety history. See, I'm seeing this, and that should be the insurance. So I don't know because they don't have cargo. I don't know, but insurance required, the required insurance on file, and it's saying nothing. So maybe they got put out of service because they didn't have no insurance. That's what I'm looking at now that I'm starting to make sense of it. Okay. And no major safety history. So we're going to look under, let's see where we're at. I'm not seeing the safety history. Authority pending. Let's see what this. Maybe they got rejected insurance. No date available on the insurance. I'm looking, trying to find their authority history. Maybe that's going to be it. Rejected insurance. Major property. This case is common carrier. And you definitely want common carriers. You don't want household. Original action dismissed. And the number in their fleet. I'm going to tell you the way you're going to have to be able to determine the number in their fleet. You're going to have to pull that MC number. So if you pull, obviously, there is the MC number, but here's the DOT number. I would have to probably go back and look them up. So let me do this real quick. We'll do this and just see if it pulls up. So you'll probably have to open two tabs. We'll go to Safer Web real quick, pop it up. And that was DOT number. So we'll pop that in there, pay, search. No record found because they're out. Okay, let me see what else we got. Give me 1 second. We're going to try this MC number. Well, that's a hating ass situation. Let's knock out that. I don't know if that one. That seems just not to be working on that one. So, and the city and state for this group is, let's even see if they even exist. So they're out of Irondale, Alabama. We'll go by name. Well, they got them gone. They're out of the system. So I don't know if that's because of the modus or not, but that's not going to be a feasible one. So, and that's going to be the problem. Look how long it took me to search that crap. So let's back on up. We're going to go back to here. Now we're going to look for another one. The next one is literally right below it. They're over in Andalusia. So it must be down close to, because it's a French name from what I can tell. So that being said, we're going to pull their HTML file open. Once we get to it, what the crap? These are over 1,600,000, and you got to go above those. Let me go down here. Okay, this one's okay. So this one's not out of service. Okay. It's hard to tell. The reason I'm having the confusion is because I don't know what Modus is doing. Is it pulling everything to another system? Right now, my understanding, FMCSA, DOT, they're getting rid of both of them, they're combining them, and that's what the Modus is about. So that being said, um, this is a brokerage, trucker and broker service. So they got their BOC3. They're not out of service. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pull their DOT number and we're going to run them up. And the reason I want to show you this, because you got to see how many trucks they got. Okay, we got one that's alive. So now what we're seeing is one truck, one driver. Whether they got people under their authority, you can never tell, but it is an actual carrier. It is active because I'm used to looking at these boards. That being said, this would be a good candidate. The deal is when we go back, yeah, that's a pretty new carrier. So this would be a new carrier. So anything over the 1,600,000 on up are going to be the newer ones. So what I'm going to tell you is anything that is actually 1,600,000 to 107,000. I don't know if they've made that number yet, but that's going to be your very new hot leads. That's the ones you want to get in touch with if you can help new MCs out. We're willing to help them because I outsource my freight dispatcher, so I can do this because my overhead labor cost is extremely low. But anyways, so that's what that's going to look like when it comes to this. And let's go back here one more time to this one. So you can, so I would have two pages opened up. I would have this one for looking it up to find them after you get to these pages right here, and then obviously streamline them and just know you need to be over 1,600,000. As the numbers get lower, they're older. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now let's see what we got. I'm not sure what this is going to do. I don't know if it's going to try to open something up. If it is, that don't seem like that's doing nothing much for me. So we're going back to what we know because you can't sit around and, but if you got a better way, please, I'm asking you, please share it with us. It would greatly be appreciated. We do the same thing you guys do. Let's see if it gave us that. See, it's only given these two options. They don't go back to the other page where I could go down and had everybody busted up in their sections. So now we get into here and just start going down and talk about time consuming. So here's this one right here, 10 step ahead logistics. But see, it doesn't tell me, like if it's a brokerage or anything like that. So I have to individually go in and look them up. I guess you can just pull the MC number right there and go over here and it give you a quicker profile. See, they're out of service. That's not good. The hell's everybody going out of service? Everybody going out of business? And see, that was the only one that I'm seeing in here that's worth me pulling. I could go and pull this one. One Lane Logistics Corp. I don't know what they may be pulling their own stuff. But this is what sucks because this takes time. It's not just showing. And the thing is, these should be new numbers. Now, obviously, to get a better idea, you want to come to the HTML, click it down, and then obviously be able to see what's going on. See, it doesn't have inactive, but it's got no BOC3. So that means obviously then that truck had they've probably applied for it. It looks like they went ahead and got the $750,000 in the insurance. But it wouldn't be worth me calling them. Okay. That would be the problem. Maybe they're just still getting it together. Maybe they register. And some people register for MC numbers and it's just simply so they can be on there to show that they're actually in the industry. So in other words, you're going to have to give them these steps to go through before they even pull that lead to make sure that it's worth pulling, worth the time in it. So this is this is over six. The higher you get toward the 700,000, apparently is where you want to be at. But Let's say, for example, let's pull one more as an example. Say, record inactive. So they obviously hadn't even got their stuff up and going. Do one more, for example. This has got to be too new because they don't even have a USDOT number. This right here, I'm not even going to worry about looking up because I just have that feeling it's not going to be a waste of my time. See, these are 500. I'm literally staying above that number. This is a trucking. This actually says it's a trucking company. Obviously, I want to pull this one up just to see how many piece of equipment they got. They're out of Hillsboro, Alabama. Okay, they're active. So for license and insurance details, click here. So one truck, whatever. So obviously tells me it's probably a one-man show, that type of deal. So this would possibly be a good candidate. I'll still go back here and look. Go to their HTML to do that secondary look. Whether you want to do that primary or not, they're probably up and going. Number one, A plus agents of processing. To me, it kind of sounds like they're a repo company. It says they're active. They got 750,000. I would probably think that is something different other than a semi truck because the pin on the give me 1 second so that we can clarify something for you guys. Okay, so we got the different ones. Okay, so the BIPD, that's your primary liability insurance. That's for body injury and property damage. Okay, so usually require, for example, 750,000 cargo insurance. Um, and then the final one is bond, freight broker bonds, and freight forward bonds. So a BMC 84 is a freight broker bond. Then you got freight forwarder bonds. So just keep that in mind. So obviously the one that looks like the primary liability insurance that they got to have is going to be, so it probably sounds like they're going, whether they're power only and got their own truck, they got their own MC. Everything's active. This is their MC. So apparently they got everything that they need and whatever else may be in here that I'm not seeing because I'm not used to looking at these boards. Usually I could just go down the list and grab what I need and engage them. But it's all good. It's all good. But anyway, something else I want to show you while we're in here. So this gives you the directions to this. And let me share one more thing with you. Okay. All right. This is going to be the image. So this is how you're going to actually tell, based on this scenario that I've given you guys, how you need to actually go through these damn things. So the MC number, age signal, scale, right? So oldest ones, let's just skip the bull crap. You can look at the rest of them. Okay. I'm sorry. So right here, when you're going down this left side, you got MC number, age signal. I just go down to the newer one. Actually, I'd be the very hot ones. Okay, the new ones. So the 1,600,000 to about 1,700,000. That's in relation to the actual that number that we were using on there to actually look them up. The next, the 5 points, real world filter kind of thing. You need that the authority status to be active. You need that BOC3 to be yes. You need the insurance to at least be on file. That'll pass. That means they got it going. Safety history, no major safety violations. Obviously, that affects their ability that companies, the brokers want to deal with them as a carrier to transport their freight. And obviously, as independent freight dispatchers, we're looking for the smaller carriers. Yes, I'd like to have 30 plus, but obviously, you got to have the manpower to actually dispatch those trucks. So if you get like that, please look me up at Truck Driver Nation. I can get you freight dispatchers. They're already experienced, and we pay them basically about, give or take, depending on the scenario, about $800 a month or somewhere in that range a month. So get it right. So how to decide? Quick check. You got all 5 of these that will pass. Okay, that's high priority. And then let's see. Make sure to research more. So you want to get 3 to 4 to pass from what is, I guess I put in here. And you want to call and verify what they are. So that's kind of a caution thing. But because it's talking about these checkpoints, and 2 or less, those just don't even waste your time with them. So what you want to do, if they don't have all these, call and verify, because remember, the system may not be all the way up to speed showing that all these points had passed. Example, not ready yet. So they looks like here they got their MC number. One Lane Logistics Corp is the example. So the application pending, authority none, BOC 3 no, and insurance 0. Do not add. So obviously that keeps you from adding those ones that just, if they got nothing going yet, common sense, just don't even engage them. They're working on it, right? And I don't feel like going back to them. So if you want to put them in there and you want to spend the time writing in that data, it eats your time up. Unless you can copy paste or have it pre-scripted. So you hit this drop down tag and put it in there. MC number range cheat sheet. Like I said, you're looking for this one to kind of put in here twice. The green is the one you want to go with in all these. Okay. So that's going to be your best option. That 1,400,000, that 1,600,000 still kind of high on the listing, but that's how I have learned to view it. If you've got a different way to view this, please reach out, truckdrivernation.com. And my name is George, so remember me. Important reminders, high MC numbers alone does not mean they are active, because they may have just got an MC number. They may not have a BOC or the insurance. Time don't count till you have that. Use the 5-point filter to find real opportunities. Focus on brand new active carriers with small fleets. Always a great target that they would want your assistance. These are the ones who need dispatch help the most, and they need it now. So target smart, solicit smarter, close more. Now your goal, find fresh active carriers who need dispatch support before you get locked in with someone else. So the right carrier, right time, or right opportunity, that's obviously what we all look for when we're helping them dispatch their equipment. New carriers equals new opportunities. People put them and shun them away. But, I'm not here to teach you how we do what we do, but but anyways, the whole point looks like that's about all I need to include in this right here. So that being said, if you know a better way of doing this, this is how I found to get to those, and it's such time consuming, it sucks. But anyways, I appreciate your time. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do this. Like and subscribe if this helped you out. And please, reach out to me. I don't leave my comments on YouTube if this makes it to YouTube publicly, because all these are rant. I need somebody that legitimately wants to help me. So if you really want to help me, reach out. I'll always keep you, in the forefront of my mind when you need something. Join me on Telegram, communicate with me. We're in the same industry. I've got 30 years in. So that being said, I hope this helps you out. And the reason I put this out, because the way they change things up, this sucked. And I'm hoping somebody else, another computer geek, knows something more than I do, so I can make this a lot simpler for myself and my VAs, so we're not just burning up time chasing down these new leads, because recruiting is a continued part of what we do, because you always got turnover rates, and we teach students, and they need freight dispatchers as well, so we obviously teach them how to do it as well. But anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Everybody be blessed, be safe out there, and if you're out there on the road, but outside that, thank you so much.